Hello everybody, this is Allshouse Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. In the previous episode, we made our way through the remainder of the dungeon, while also having to deal with a, I personally think rather overpowered Palace Guardian. Anyways, in between episodes, I realized that, or rather found out that Yusuke could learn an AoE physical attack at level 18, and he was only 94 XP off of that. So I went inside, fought some enemies, and got him Vicious Strike. This is going to be useful in the boss fight. Trust me on that one. Now then, nothing else to do. I've already healed everybody up from the fights and restored their SP, so we're at maximum. Let us head for, I believe, the upper main hall is where we want to go.
Let's go.
Now, this is one of the few times we actually have to get past some enemies in order to get to our objective of stealing the treasure. Or not. Convenient.
Focus.
It's finally time. There will be no turning back once we begin the operation. If worse comes to worse, we might have to fight.
Joker.
That's right. Are you ready, Joker? Ready as I'll ever be.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, to your positions.
There's an enemy inside, just as expected.
I mean, we've done a ton in here. It ain't surprising. Anyway, I'm gonna try and draw it out, so I'll leave the switch to you guys.
Will you be okay? What if it catches up to you?
Don't underestimate an ex-runner. I'm definitely gonna shake it off. Hey! There's some weird people over here! Hey! I need some help!
What's the matter?
You'd better make it, Skull.
Is this good?
Yeah, it's perfect.
You seem to be enjoying this.
Only the best can appreciate these critical moments. Plus, this feels like we're really phantom thieves.
We'll be counting on you, Mona. And Panther as well.
There's Fox's signal. That means they're ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Let's do this.
Joker, now!
Yeah!
Sorry for the wait.
My bad. It took me ages to get that guy off my trail.
Wait, where's Mona?
Let's go.
Probably still hanging from the hook. How's that for a skilled plan? That was amazing, Mona. Lord Madarame, the piece is gone. How dare those vermin! But now we'll corner them like the rats they are. Lock all the doors at once. They have nowhere to run.
Hey,
So, what'd the treasure turn out being? I'm guessing it's a painting based on the shape. We can look into that later. For now, we must escape. Yeah, it's time to go. No point in heading back to the door. Like he said, lock all the doors. Best bet is head out the window.
Indeed.
Does this window lead outside? What are you doing? We have to hurry her. There, the trespassers are up there. Lock down the control room and get them. What do we do? They're already here. There's no time to contemplate. We must escape. Now!
whoa, this shit's real high up.
But at least we're outside. Is there a way down out here?
Why, yes there is.
Is this another portal to an unknown destination?
We don't have time to lose. Just go through it. Now's our chance.
For real? But I guess there's no other way. Is this the courtyard?
I knew it. All that security would have been meaningless if it just led back inside.
It seems we managed to escape their siege.
Meow.
Dude, why is Mona getting excited now of all times?
I just can't take it anymore. Let's take a look at this treasure. Treasure! Huh?
This is the treasure?
Get back!
Whoa!
Meddlesome vermin. Is this what you're looking for?
How dare you try to trap me like some kind of mouse?
So you had a fake prepped, huh?
Counterfeits are accepted in the world of Japanese art.
What made you change like this? Is it because you became famous? Can't you understand how much it pains me to inquire about the crimes of my foster father?
Now that I think back, the only reason why I took you in was due to my ties with your mother. That woman never lost her passion for painting even after her husband died. Her skills and talents were quite astonishing. That's why I decided to look after her. Your mother and the artwork she created, they're all my works of art.
How low can you sink?
I suppose I can grant you a gift before you die. A glimpse of the genuine Sayuri.
Genuine? That's the real Sayuri? This can't be. Mom!
Indeed it is. This was painted by your mother. It's a portrait of herself. A woman who knew her death was coming painted her last wishes for the son she would leave behind. That is the truth behind the mystery of Sayuri's expression.
You stole something that personal?
I knew at first glance. I knew it'd be a huge success if I added a touch to the painting and announced it under my name.
But the baby in the picture, why did you paint over it?
It was all to stage it. If the babe is erased, the reason for the woman's expression will become a mystery. That is what the general public is drawn to. Each of those parasitic critics wrote the same thing.
I always felt something was off about all this. Now I know what it is. If you really treasured that painting, you wouldn't even think about replicating it for profit. You don't love art at all!
Though you have a real treasure, your true skills are nothing more than those scribbles on that fake.
It makes me laugh, asshole!
So you'll defy me no matter what. Well then, since you're my work of art, Yusuke, I'm going to reap you for the sake of my future. Along with those insolent friends of yours there.
I can't believe you're treating both mother and son like they're objects. You're inhuman!
Fox?
I've heard that you destroy your art once they outlive their usefulness. Did that include my mother as well?
She just so happened to have a seizure in front of me. That's when a thought crossed my mind. If I don't call for help and leave her be, I could obtain her painting without any strings attached.
No. You let her die?
She was physically weak. No one would doubt if she just dropped dead because of a seizure. Above all, Yusuke, didn't you think it was odd that I discovered your talent when you were only 3? The real reason why I kept you around was to keep you from realizing the truth behind Sayuri.
You killed her.
The artistic talents you inherited from your mother were a delightful miscalculation, though. If I'm to steal ideas, it's much easier robbing the future of brats who won't talk back than adults. It's thanks to you that I came up with the idea. You have my gratitude.
Yusuke?
I thank you, Madarame. Every reason for me to forgive you has disappeared without a trace at this very moment. You aren't some rotten artist. You're a despicable fiend who wears the skin of an artist.
All you good-for-nothings barging into my museum and doing whatever the hell you want. Those who have the connections make the rules. Those who don't, follow them. Not to mention, the value of art is all subjective. I make the rules of the art scene. I am the supreme being. I am the god of the art world.
This isn't good. Get back!
I'll paint all over you! There is a world the mediocre cannot understand. Now, let's begin, you vermin.
You use others for your own despicable desires, Madarame. You aren't even worth the art you create!
Joker, don't lose focus. There's no telling what he'll try.
Alrighty then. Boss with 4 targets, and honestly, he's one of the more difficult ones for multiple reasons. Both of his eyes can use elemental attacks, or at least all the basic ones, which means he could easily wipe your party in one turn if you're not careful. They also absorb elemental attacks. The nose can use Tarukaja and Rakunda, and the mouth itself can absorb physical attacks, but attacks normally. Doesn't do anything else. We're going to want to save the painter's mouth for last, but we are going to want to try and take them out as quickly as possible. The eyes and the nose are why you want AoE physical attacks from Ryuji and Yusuke.
Persona!
Let's see, do I have anything to lower his attack, or his defense? Yes, I do.
Crying won't
Box got
help.
knocked off balance. You have to recover.
Crying won't help. Crying won't help, Bruce.
Yay! Alright, go for the rampage. Like I said, his mouth will absorb, but if it's already at full health, well, it's not going to matter. But yeah, you want to take those eyes out quickly.
Take this.
Not bad if I say so
How
myself.
undignified. Let's go.
Now for a vicious strike.
Persona!
And let's just go for a heal, just to be on the safe side.
Sorry.
Thanks!
Now, thankfully, he's not smart enough to always
Box, your defense is down.
take down the, or to use the elemental weakness. So that's something. Now, we just blast the mouth with as much elemental attacks as we can. Problem is, yeah, he can restore the paintings.
They regenerated? Damn it. Those things can come back if we don't take them down at once?
But it does waste a turn for him. And I do have single target physical attacks.
Let's go. There.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna have Joker handle the healing part of this, rather than Morgana.
Persona!
Time for my persona. Me.
slather you with my color.
And there's his special, the Artist's Grace.
What is this attack? There has to be more than just our color changing. We should be cautious.
Yusuke is now literally
I am thou.
weak to everything.
I lend it.
You're covered in paint. I
Persona.
don't like the look of this.
Guapo. You're mine.
Now, of course, the boss fight ain't over that easily.
Madarame's out.
Damn it! I'm the great Madarame! The Madarame who gathers a full crowd every time he opens an exhibit! I'm not someone that worthless brats like you are allowed to defy!
You're still saying that? There's no need to hold back then. Let's get him, Joker!
Let's go.
Oh, right, because Yusuke is still covered in the black paint, he still counts as being afflicted.
I'm the great artist, Madarame! If you brats can't fathom that, then you'll witness it for yourselves! Behold, my mastercraft!
True fake. Madarame created a counterfeit.
He made copies of himself? I see. Creating duplicates is his specialty.
This right here is why you wanted single targets attacks of all the basic elements. Because here's the thing. This actually shows just how bad he is at actual art. You can see what their affinity is and basically what their weakness is. In case it ain't obvious, this one's electricity, weak to wind. This one's fire, weak to ice. This one's ice, weak to fire. And this one's wind, weak to electricity. Don't worry too much about going after Madarame himself, instead focus on the clones. Now, you want single target attacks because these guys can reflect their element back at you. What you want to do is you want to abuse baton pass on this.
Ravage them.
Ooh! Look, you're covered in paint! I don't like the look of this.
Oh, right, I can't switch to Yusuke because he's afflicted by the paint.
Pass the baton and follow up! Zoro, show your might! Persona! The baton is yours!
My turn.
Keep passing that baton! You're getting stronger!
Captain Kid.
You did it, Skull!
Now, unfortunately, I can't pass to anyone else, but... Come on, where is it? Here we are, freeze spray.
Using this.
You did it, Skull!
Flip him, Persona. Let's go, Captain.
Fox, your defense is down!
Yeah. Okay, Morgana's next.
Come forward! My other self! I hit their weakness! It's all too
This is my other self. Goemon, strike!
That hit its weak point!
I
Keep it
won't
going,
forgive
Fox.
you! You dare defy an esteemed elder? May you all be frozen in fear! Take this!
Blah, blah, blah. Idiot.
I won't forgive you! Damn clueless brats! My fiery rage shall reduce you all to mere ashes! Damn brats! I won't forgive you! My brilliance strikes like a flash of lightning! And now, you'll taste it for yourselves!
You know, funny thing is, I don't think I've ever actually heard their lines before.
Take this!
You.
Yes, I'll keep creating fakes, but it's not
go.
gonna matter. Trust me on that one.
Cool! Looking cool, Joker!
As the fight goes on and he keeps creating fakes, they're going to get weaker and
Looking
weaker.
cool, Joker!
Let's see. Ah, right.
Do it.
It's not
Fox
over
taking
yet.
over. Persona. Goemon.
Fox, your defense is down!
Get them.
Another baton pass. Zoro! Persona! Take this!
Okay, they reflect everything, not just their own element. Alright, fair enough.
Okay.
Skull nailed their weak spot. Not bad at all.
That's why we got these items.
Using.
That hit its weak
I
point.
won't forgive
Keep it
you.
going, Fox.
Take this!
Waste. Bunch of fire and ice, huh?
Looking cool, Joker.
I've really got to upgrade the processor.
Cool. Looking cool, Joker.
Go.
All right.
I've got it.
Pass the baton and
Let's
follow
go.
up.
Goemon, strike.
Oh, nice one, Fox.
Persona. Goemon.
Oh, nice one, Fox.
Let's go. Goemon, strike.
This one.
Skull nailed their weak spot. Not bad at all. Hit their weakness. It's
I
all
am thou.
too easy.
Goemon.
I won't forgive you. Damn brats.
I mean, as long as they keep being idiots and attacking the person who resists,
Brats.
it doesn't really matter.
Enough of this.
You're mine. Persona, go down.
Cool. Looking cool, Joker.
Do it.
It's not over yet.
Persona! Captain
You
Kidd!
did it, Skull.
Ah! All yours.
Pass
Yes.
it on to the second person.
This is my other self. Goemon, strike.
Oh, nice one, Fox.
Yeah, as you can see, we're now doing about half their HP and damage when we weren't doing that beforehand.
Lend me a hand.
Everyone's done their job. Let's keep pushing. Ha!
Thank you.
Woo! Woodman Persona!
Skull nailed their weak spot. Not bad at all.
Let's see. Nobody I can really hit, so I'm just gonna have to use some of my elemental stuff. No, let's go for the Molotov cocktail on this guy.
Hit their weakness. It's all
Let's go.
too easy.
Goemon.
That hit its weak point.
I
Keep it
won't
going,
forgive
Fox.
you. Take this.
Again, still hitting the wrong
I won't forgive
targets.
you. Take this.
Good one, Fox.
Oh look, one of them actually had the brain power to go for the right target.
Disappear from my sight without a trace, like dust scattered in the wind. You
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
enemy. You.
Ah ha ha.
Something seems wrong. Could he have...
What? I, the great Madarame, made an error?
So this is the true limit of your skill. How infantile. To think you'd fail to produce even one of your counterfeits. Please, don't disappoint me any further.
Let's go. You're mine.
But yeah, they're getting weaker and weaker.
Go ahead.
It's not over yet.
Ah! Persona! Counting
Pass
on
it
you.
on to
Mine.
the second person.
Persona, prepare yourself.
Whoops. Wrong target.
Okay.
Now we just start beating up on Madarame himself now that he has no clones to protect him.
Not finish you.
I am thou. I lend it!
Stop this! Is this how you show your gratitude to the man who raised you?
Silence! Don't waste your breath!
Yeah, I don't think we got too much to worry about. Let's see, let's use an air cannon. Just take this one out right away.
Yours!
Not over yet. You did it, Skull.
Here we go!
Another baton pass. Zoro, show your might. Witness my resolve. Huh. It's almost scary how good I am. Zoro!
Persona!
Skull nailed their weak spot. Not bad at all. Zoro, show your might.
Tisk tisk.
Let's go.
Do I have anything with this electricity? Oh yeah, the stun gun.
This one.
That hit its weak
I
point.
won't forgive
Keep
you!
going, Fox.
You've angered me!
Oh no! Skull's been knocked
Take
flat.
this!
Not bad if I say so myself.
Persona! Go down!
Actually, if I use the stun gun on this one, I
Okay.
could probably... Well, actually, I don't have Miragi. At least I
Persona!
don't think so.
Aerobus! You're mine!
Great move, Joker. That's two
Come!
knocked flat.
Ravage them!
Skull's back up. Let's give him some payback.
There we go. Just keep wailing on him. I'm gonna need to get a heal off.
Much
Just
thanks.
because.
Thanks!
I am thou.
The reason I'm not using Vicious Strike is because it's just medium damage to all foes, not multiple damage to multiple foes. Ah, and as we can see, he's making more and more mistakes. Alright, stun gun on this one. Because I believe with Jack Frost, if I still have him, I can't remember.
Jack
Yep.
Frost!
Mabufu.
There! It's time.
Go ahead.
All right,
Fox, taking
pass the
over.
baton and
This is
follow
my
up.
other self.
Nope, not Giant Slice.
Goemon,
Bufu.
strike.
Woodland Persona! Eat this!
Persona! Me! Yeah!
I appreciate it.
Woo!
Persona! Goemon!
Yeah, now they're all supremely weak.
Persona!
Don't have any single target wind or electricity.
Kujimitama!
So I think I'm just gonna do this.
Alright. Persona! Let's go, Captain! Yeah!
That's to Morgana, hitting him with the Magaru.
Pass the baton and follow up. Zoro! Witness my resolve.
And then we just start hitting Madarame. Yeah,
Damn it!
this is one of those war of attrition fights.
Stop it, you brats! Or else...
Or else what?
You think we'll be daunted by such threats?
How could I?
Persona!
I am thou.
Only 2 of them are bad this time.
Persona!
Shame. Nah, I shouldn't take the risk.
Go down.
There.
Let's go. Ravage them.
Woo! Looking cool,
Persona!
Joker!
There.
Woo! Looking cool, Joker!
Persona!
Nice, Joker! Right in their
Joker
weak
is,
spot.
however, running low on SP.
Persona!
If we can focus fire Madarame, we can take him out.
Let's go. Prepare yourself.
I won't forgive you, damn brats! I won't forgive you, damn brats!
Let's go. Shikiochi! Ravage them!
Just gonna finish Madarame off. There we go. There we go. Bunch of level ups.
I leveled up.
Fits me like a glove.
Olinpa, high chance of confused to one foe.
No one cares for true art. All they want are easily recognizable brands. I'm a victim in this too. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Excuses now?
The art world revolves around money after all. You can't rise up without any money. Yusuke, you understand, don't you? Being a poor artist is truly miserable. I just didn't want to return to that life.
A fiend like you has no right to speak about the world of art. You're done for. Along with this whole wretched world!
No, please! Just don't kill me!
Return to yourself in reality and confess your crimes. All of them.
You're not going to kill me?
Swear it!
All right. All right. What about the other one, though? The one with the black mask.
Huh?
Who?
A black mask? Wait, who's he talking about?
It can't be. There was another intruder besides us within this palace?
There's no time! Hurry!
Get on!
Hey, Yusuke. What should I do?
Put an end to all this and use your own artwork for once.
Yusuke!
No, wait, please! Yusuke! Yusuke!
The destination has been deleted.
It would be bad if people started getting suspicious of us. We should leave at once.
Yusuke, come on!
Right. Goodbye, Sensei.
I guess the mission was a success. All that's left is to see if he had a change of heart or not. Ah, so bitter! Why'd you get it black?
The Sayuri.
You're not gonna get all teary-eyed and say stuff like, Mom, are ya?
To think that this painting was the source of Madarame's distorted desires. The only saving grace is that my mother won't know of what transpired.
The genuine painting at his atelier has been altered after all. Ironic as it may be, This one here is her true self-portrait now.
It's a wonderful painting. And although it took some time, it's in your hands now, Yusuke.
I'm thankful for it. However, it's impossible for this painting to be acknowledged by society anymore.
That's a shame.
Indeed. I must inherit my mother's wishes and improve myself even further. So, this is my mother. There's no way that I would remember her face clearly, but I was right about the rush of emotion I felt when I saw this painting.
Stop that!
You're so vulgar, Ryuji.
So, what are you gonna do now? We're gonna keep targeting big shots.
Why do you do such things?
It's to get back at scumbags and, like, society in general. We also want to give courage to the people that are suffering because of selfish adults.
Courage, huh? What good does that do? You mean the courage to stand up for themselves, correct? Will acquiring that make them happy?
Not sure.
Right. There's no knowing that. We just have to give it a try.
In other words, it all depends on the person, And the same can be said about myself right now. I also suffered because of an adult's selfish act. Moreover, if we investigate these palaces, it may expand my artistic repertoire.
You really only think about art, huh? You're impressive.
Well, I won't take part in any inelegant plans, all right?
No worries. I've got us covered. Plus, we have a rule that says we always have to decide on a target unanimously.
How about it, Joker? We can give our calling cards a lot more oomph if we have Yusuke on our team.
He would make a great member.
I will try and live up to those expectations.
At any rate, I'm curious. Another intruder besides us, huh?
Our only clue's a black mask, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's just one person, right?
But there's no way to check anymore. The palace is gone.
I'll try probing Madarame. I may be able to learn something from him.
Are you sure? I mean,
I'll contact you all if anything turns up.
we should probably exchange our contact info with you then.
An artist and a phantom thief. It seems I'll be engaging in 2 trades from here on. Very well. You only live once after all. Still, the incident about this other intruder does concern me a little.
Not only have we dealt with our second big target, we even have a new addition to the team. Goodness, things are going so well.
We're on a roll.
Could the day our name becomes common knowledge be nigh? But I have to say, you sure are something special. This is our 5th persona user. It'll help broaden our battle strategies as well. Besides, having an eye for beauty is a must for Phantom Thieves. We're lucky to have Yusuke. An artist is a talent you rarely come across. I mean, he is a bit strange, but still. An artist, huh? What kind of person do you think I was? There's no way I'd turn out to be some bad guy in the end, right? I get so engrossed with the embodiment of human desires. And that's not all. When it comes to the metaverse, I'm the only one who can transform into a car. I'm special, but it's still odd. Who could I actually be?
A human?
You really think so? What a half-assed answer. Well, there's no way a dashing, honorable rogue like me could be evil. A man who saves those in trouble in the West, while punishing evildoers who may lurk in the East. A man who chastises people that smoke inside in the South, while saving bullied cats in the North. A man who has a sturdy body, and vows to always do one good deed a day, be it rain or shine. I'm that kind of ideal person. Or so I hope. So if I turn back to being human, Surely she'll take notice of me, won't she?
We'll know eventually.
Well, that's true, but... where should I go when I become human? I wonder where she'd like to go. An amusement park, a movie theater, a fancy cafe, shopping. What do you think?
Morgana, I feel like my bond with Morgana is growing deeper. Follow up. Chance to perform follow-up attack if Joker's attack does not down the enemy. Not bad.
Alright.
Yo, good job, guys. We all did our best. Allow me to express my thanks once again. Because of you, I was able to retrieve the painting that had been filled with my mother's love. Hearing you say that makes the whole thing worth it, Yusuke. Seriously. I wasn't sure you'd really want to change Madarame's heart. I'm sorry to have worried you. I have no regrets about it now. And the change of heart will happen this time, right? It'll be fine. Yeah, we did it just like with Kamoshida. By the way, I'm curious about what he said at the end. You mean about the other intruder besides us? It was something about a black mask, yeah. That may have been nothing more than a lie. Madarame was quite deranged at that point, after all. For now, we should wait for his change of heart in peace. Okay. And we've got 11 free days with which to do it. Well, actually 10, because, you know, this is the end of the day. Nothing else to do right now, except read a book. All we can do now is wait and see what happens. There's no point in getting impatient now. Yeah, gotta get these two to leave. Hey, we're heading out. This place is closing soon. What? But I want to watch TV, especially on Detective Prince. They're doing the news. Make it home in time.
Hey!
This is our gallant rogue.
Make sure you close up.
Alright, I'm heading home. Striking a pose of defiance with tobacco pipe in hand, he truly looked like a great thief.
Wow!
Ishikawa Goemon was a thief without peer, so he was a hero of the common people, huh?
Oh!
So, you finished reading The Gallant Rogue. That splendid spirit that pays no mind to the bad guys, he's a true example of a gentleman thief. After reading this, I'm sure you have better understanding of a chivalrous thief's courage. Well, I guess we should go to sleep. Staying up too late isn't healthy, you know.
You have expelled one who was stained in vanity. You are now one step closer to your rehabilitation. It's a delightful thing indeed.
Our master is pleased. You should be honored, inmate.
However, that man's remarks are concerning. It seems another has made their way into the metaverse.
Is that true?
That is beyond my knowledge. But your rehabilitation is progressing smoothly. That is for certain. May the devotion to your rehabilitation grow even deeper. I have high hopes for you.
I feel like my bond with Igor is growing deeper.
All right.
It's Kitagawa. I'm calling about Madarame's state. For the time being, he hasn't suffered a mental shutdown. Other than that, his demeanor seems to have softened a bit. Is that the change of heart?
Could be.
I see. I was curious and looked into Kamoshida as well. It's as if he was an entirely different person. Will the same be true for Sensei? Well, I'm sorry to have taken your time. That's all I wanted to tell you. Good. Oh, I'll try asking him about the black-masked intruder from the palace when the time is right. Goodbye then. This time for sure.
Yeah.
Saw someone famous in Shibuya yesterday. That parliamentarian from when I was a kid. Toranosuke something? Oh, Toranosuke Yoshida. Or as most folks know him, No Good Tora. He hangs out at train stations giving speeches these days. No one pays him any mind. He used to be a rising star in politics, but wound up involved in scandal after scandal. Huh. Yeah, I saw him in line for food. It was weird seeing a politician eating at the same place as we do.
In the end.
Well, that's probably his new gimmick, right? Pandering to middle-class people.
Jeez.
Sometimes I see people writing exactly the same things on their essays. Don't think you can get away with copying stuff from some website. I'll know. Got it? Stealing someone's ideas is plagiarism. It's as much of a crime as stealing anything else. It's so annoying dealing with copyright crap these days. Oh yeah, did you know this? You know the Arsène Lupin series by Maurice Leblanc? LeBlanc once had a famous detective character from another series appear in one of the Lupin stories. Now then, Nakamura-kun.
Do you know the answer?
Do you know from which author LeBlanc borrowed from? Arthur Conan Doyle.
This is it.
Well done.
Oh, do you like mystery novels? Yes, the answer is the author of Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle. It was the ultimate showdown between the definitive gentleman thief and the famous detective. Apparently, LeBlanc changed the name of his version of Sherlock Holmes when Doyle complained. He changed it to Herlock Sholmes. He just moved the S to the start of his last name. Hey, did you get that question? I wasn't even close. Maybe he actually is smart. I'm kind of surprised. Oh shoot, the teacher's glaring at us.
Nice going!
Both Lupin and Holmes would go on to appear in a number of other works, but those were homages, not plagiarism. Now, Arsène Lupin is synonymous with the idea of a phantom thief. He's recognized all over the world.
Yep.
Wow, looks like some phantom thieves never go out of style.
Oh yeah.
Something happened to me the other day.
Actually,
I almost got kidnapped. Who would kidnap a cat?
what?
I'm not a cat! That said, I don't actually have a clue why I was targeted. Some girl had this crazy look in her eyes, and she was chasing me around calling me a snowball or something. Wonder if she's been going after other cats and snatching them up like she tried with me.
Hey,
Try checking the fan site and see if anyone's saying anything about it. Wasn't able to find any relevant posts. Maybe it's just not a well-known problem yet. The only victims are cats, so I suppose that could be the
okay,
case.
let's go.
Let's try asking around in Yongen and see if we can find the culprit. Quest received. Cats disappear from the city. A unique one added in Royal. Now then, before we go any further, there are some specific personas we want to make sure we have. We want to make sure we have a chariot, a counselor, a lovers, and we also need to have a temperance persona, because we will be acquiring that one soon enough. Fortunately, we are missing that, so I'm going to head down to the Velvet Room and see what kind of persona we can make. And here we are, temperance. Let's see, it looks like Makami, which we already have.
Hey, inmate!
is the highest temperance persona we can make. Or have. Now the question is, what do I get rid of in exchange for that? No. I could get rid of Shisa. I only got him for the sake of, you know, collecting them. And for use later on. So yeah, I'm gonna replace Shisa with Makami.
Just these are the paths you have walked. A fee is required. This is your power. You lack patience.
Yes, I do, and I don't care.
What? It is time, inmate.
So yeah, we now have Lovers, Chariot, Counselor, and Temperance. Alright, we are now going to hang out with An. Says she sent a message, be honest. Am I actually getting stronger? I've been working really hard, but I haven't noticed any change. Anyway, would you mind hearing me out again? Are you free today? Sure.
Hey!
Oh, look at those ducks over there. They must be a family. This place seriously feels amazing. It's not even that far from Shibuya, but it feels so different here.
Hey!
You know, Tokyo is so strange. There are tons of people and tons of stores, yet there are still duck-filled parks here too. It has everything, but it feels like I can't understand any of it. It's honestly kind of scary. I know what you mean. Oh, right, you only just moved here, Jiru.
Hey.
When I first got here, I had a super tough time adjusting. It's so crowded and everyone walks really fast, almost like they're angry or something. Even at school, I was only ever the foreigner. Nobody ever really knew me, they just spread rumors. I thought maybe my looks were the problem. I even considered dyeing my hair black to match everyone else. But that was when Shio talked to me. The first thing she said was, "Takamaki-san, your paintings suck." That's hilarious. I thought she was just making fun of me like everyone else, but that wasn't her intention. According to her, they were just so bad she just had to tell me. Pretty mean, huh? Still, that was the first time someone here talked to me without mentioning my looks. We sort of just grew closer after that, and Shio's been my best friend ever since. That's not why we're here, though. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Hey!
Do you remember what I told you the last time we came here? About that female thief in the anime I used to watch. Well, I thought of something. Tell me. It's gonna knock your socks off. You know how the villains in those shows are always going on about world domination? Well, even though they get beaten by the heroes every time, they never give up. That means they must have really solid hearts. That's why I'm going to try and learn from them. Good idea. Right? So I've decided...
Yes!
I'm gonna star in action movies. Good luck with that. Thanks, your support really helps. Not what I was going for. Alright, I'm making this my ultimate goal for the future. You know, I've never really thought much about what I wanted to do in life, but now I have an objective.
Thanks.
That only happened because of talking to you, Jiru. Thanks. I sense a heightened motivation from An. Sexy technique. Chance to grab an enemy's attention and cancel their action.
All right.
Well, if I want to be in action movies, I'll need to work on my actions. Wonder how many sit-ups I'll have to do. Wait, Ryuji said he knows a good gym. I should ask him for advice.
Oh yeah!
Oh, and I need to tell Shio that I have a new goal. She'll definitely be happy to hear that.
Come on, let's head home.
Come on, let's jog to the station. Hi, it's me. You good to talk right now? So, I'd like to think I'm pretty athletic. Like, I don't hate exercise or anything. I'm exhausted just from running to the station earlier. Maybe I've got to train my body along with my heart. Do you do anything to train your body? I carry Morgana in my bag. It's part of your training? But I guess that's kind of amazing. I mean, you never seem to struggle with it. I wonder how much Mono weighs. Maybe I'll try carrying him in my bag next time. And I don't think he'd be opposed to that. Okay, first I need to do research. What kind of training's best for me? For now, I'll just do some curls with a water bottle. I already drank it halfway, but better than nothing, right? See you later.
Ah, you're back.
Hey,
Wonder if that Yoshida guy's giving a speech at Shibuya again today. Well, he is, but there's some things we need to take care of. Now, apparently, we can get some more DLC items from the cardboard box.
wow.
What a huge cardboard box. Oh, that's your stuff in there? Received your bonus content. Some more skill cards. Some blank cards, and that's about it. Check the TV. Confessions of crime, like the one we saw that lecture Mr. Kamoshida give, have this odd appellation. Confessions of crime are the queen of evidence, jewel of evidence. Which one is right? You be the judge. Queen of evidence. The correct answer is A, queen. Yes, that's a very famous expression in the field of law. Confessions are very powerful evidence. People used to even resort to torture to get them. That's a high school prodigy for you. Today, forcing a confession is forbidden under law, and...
Nice going.
I'm surprised you knew that. Did you just guess? Torture, though. That's pretty brutal. And then we've got the crossword puzzle. A type of outdoor allergy. Pollinosis. Got it. The answer is pollinosis. Pollinosis is an allergic reaction that triggers when pollen makes contact with membranes in the nose or eyes. It primarily causes sneezing, runny nose, and itchiness. These symptoms came to rise whenever English farmers harvested their pastures, leading the nickname for pollinosis, hay fever, to become commonplace.
All right.
I see.
Oh wow, even I couldn't figure that one out.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe you got a bit smarter after solving these crossword puzzles. Okay then, now we're going to head to Shibuya, specifically Station Square. And we're going to talk with Yoshida.
Please consider what I
There have
have
been
to
far
say.
too many incidents recently to ignore. Can anyone deny this? The runaway train incident, mysterious psychotic breakdowns, a school with a corrupt teacher. We have yet to discover the truth of it all. The apathy that permeates society is a direct result of negligence by our government and the media. Hey, about Yoshida's speech skills. We should make use of them when you negotiate with shadows. Good idea. Right? You should ask him. Teach you how to give speeches? Why? I want to be a politician. I'd love to help you, though. How shall I teach you? It's time for my speech. Let's talk about this later.
And while our society appears to be prosperous, many of our young people are quietly suffering. They lack jobs, security, savings. The next generation will lead us into the future, and yet they have no plan for how to arrive there.
Watch where you're going, you little shit.
You bumped into me, you old goat.
This isn't good.
Let's mediate.
Yes, let's. Good citizens, please stop fighting! What is the point of bickering over such a trivial matter?
This is none of your business.
Yeah, seriously, just shut up.
What's with this guy?
Now, if you'll please excuse me, I must return to my speech. Together, we can create a bright future for the next generation.
Ugh. God, so righteous. That really annoys me. Enough of your arrogance, no good Tora!
What?
As if anyone would actually vote for you! Are you planning to embezzle funds again? Or maybe criticize one of your constituents again? You criminal!
No, that was all in the past. I've gone and done it again.
That's campaign obstruction.
Yes, but I cannot say that to the crowd before an election. Regardless, whenever someone calls me no good Tora, I panic. I went through quite an ordeal 20 years ago. Let me explain. I used to be a member of the National Diet. I was elected during the rise of the Kuramoto children. We were backed by powerful Diet members. This was about 20 years ago. I was very inexperienced back then, both as a politician as well as a human being. That inexperience led me to be involved in a series of major political scandals. People refer to my blunders as no good Tora's 3 strikes. The first was being caught missing a legislative meeting to take a personal vacation. Then, I was accused of embezzling a large sum of money from the party, giving me 2 strikes. Finally, I called a voter an idiot at an open forum, which resulted in scandal and strike 3. I was out and branded a washed-up politician. You said you wanted to become a member of the Diet. But do you see the man before you?
Questionable background, accused of embezzlement. However, he has conviction and wants to change the world. Public speaking skills could be useful to the Phantom Thieves, so I'll make a deal with them.
Do you really want to receive my guidance?
I don't care about your past.
I'm happy to hear that.
By the way, the responses don't matter for the most part. Also, Yoshida is one of the few confidants that you do not need a matching persona for.
However, everyone says I have no chance to get elected. So why come to me?
I like your technique.
You mean giving speeches? I'm afraid I'm not so great that you'd be able to learn anything. The most important part about giving a good speech is believing in yourself. Perhaps one day, I will believe in myself again. But you sure got me there. You're a strange young man. Very well. If learning how to give a great speech is what you seek, then I'd be happy to instruct you. In exchange, I would like for you to continue assisting me. Let's get started, shall we?
I've made a deal with Yoshida.
Staging your crimes with calling cards. It's hard to believe that a student could manage this alone. An adult. For example, someone talented enough to move people with words. Perhaps they coached you. Isn't that right?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the sun persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Man of the people.
All right.
You've unlocked the Sun Confidant. Using personas, yeah, which we won't really be doing unless we have to.
Let's pursue your dream of becoming a member of the Diet. Oh my, we've been talking for far too long. Let's call it quits for today. You.
Ah, Narukami-kun. I'm sorry, there's something I forgot to mention. It's about my speech schedules from this point on. Would you be willing to stick around to hear? Let me write this down. This one actually does matter. Quite a practical young man, eh? Well, I won't take up too much of your time. I'll be here giving my speeches every Sunday. You're welcome to drop by and help whenever you've got the time.
Well then, I shall see you again
And that's
soon.
pretty much the reason why you don't need a matching persona for him, because he only shows up on very specific days, specifically Sunday. So, yeah. You pretty much have to spend, until you get it maxed out, you pretty much have to spend most of your Sunday evenings, though that may not always be the case, to get him maxed out. And you do want his skills. It can be very useful. Matter of fact, I probably could have had this one specific skill I wanted from him before heading into Madarame's palace, which could have got me a lot of cash and actually got me the SP Adhesives 3 sooner, but gotta stick to the schedule.
Hello?
Ah, it's you. Madarame's ill, but the exhibit is still going strong. I can't respect him as my sensei anymore, but it's sad to think I don't have a mentor anymore. All ears if you need it. Oh? Talk? To you? Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever had someone I could simply talk to. Well, perhaps I may need a sounding board sometime. I hope you'll humor me then.
Hey, there you are. I need your help with something. I found this flyer stuffed in my mailbox. Housekeeping service. It says that a cute maid will do anything for you. A maid, dude. A maid who'll do anything for us. Right? Right?
What do you want me to do?
You're a guy, right? You know what I mean. Let's give it a try. Yeah? Yeah? Luckily, some guy on my floor just moved out, so there's a vacant apartment in my complex. The key is behind the mailbox, so we can get in anytime. The landlord seriously doesn't care. The place is all set, so... Hey, I heard that. What the hell?
Can I, get in on this?
Oh, you mean you're into this kind of stuff? Wow, okay!
I'm not into it. It's just for research. What does it mean that they'll do anything? And do the maids look exactly as they're advertised? We need to determine whether or not this company just pretends to offer housekeeping services.
Just tell the truth.
I just want to punish the bad guys. And in order to do that, I have to see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, we gotta see it with our own eyes. Every little detail. We'll have to do this at night, so let us know when you're ready.
So what's the code name for this operation? Since we'll be watching them, it should be something like Operation Maid Watch.
Nice. I like that.
Right. Anyways, let's head down to the entrance. I'm gonna buy some yakisoba pan. Then we're gonna head on over to the practice building and hang out with Maruki.
Hey there.
Oh, are you heading home? If you're okay with it, I'd like to get some input from you. Do you have the time right now? There's no pressure, obviously, but... What are you gonna do? Are you going to help Maruki with his research? Sure. Great. I just finished a counseling session. Now, meet me in the nurse's office. Well, I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. I've been getting a lot of students coming in ever since I arrived here. To be honest, it's been kind of a relief. That whole mess with Kamoshida was the reason I was called here after all. And they warned me a lot of students had been impacted. I knew there would be a lot of free-floating anxiety. But when I actually got to talk to everyone, I was pleasantly surprised. Most of the things on everyone's minds were college entrance exams, relationship problems. In other words, typical worries for high school students. Some did open up about deeper issues, but not the majority. Some students were still struggling with the scars from the incident, yes. But at the very least, I'm glad the ones who came to me have taken some steps toward recovery. Well, thanks to you, probably. Well, I can only hope so. I don't think I've done much, but if I've helped even one person, then that makes it all worthwhile. I know I'm not the most reliable guy, but remember, you can always talk to me too if something's bothering you. I am the counselor here, you know. If nothing else, I'm good at listening.
Let's see.
Having said that, it's a little awkward that I have to ask you for help, but... You remember how I asked you to help me with my research? Of course. I said you'd be helping with my research, but don't worry, it won't be anything too difficult or intensive. I just need you to listen to what I have to say and work through some questions with me. But let's see. Maybe I should start at the beginning. I can tell you a little about what this research is for. What I'm studying now is pain felt in the mind, or perhaps more fancifully, in the heart. Some specific examples include the pain of someone saying hurtful things to you or being separated from those you love. Maybe this would be clearer. Pain defined by abstracts like trauma or stress. Bodily, physical pain can be thought of as something necessary. An autonomic response to injury, illness, whatever.
Still...
But what about pains felt within one's heart? Pain isn't born from any tangible problem in our bodies, right? It's something strange and immaterial. I guess it goes to show there are still a lot of mysteries in our own hearts and minds.
You know,
Well, I want to learn more about these internal psychological pains. Now, this is my question to you. When do you truly feel pain in your heart, Nakamura-kun? This one doesn't matter. When someone betrays me? Yeah, I see. Yes, I can sympathize there. Sometimes all it takes is one betrayal for intense trust to turn into intense pain. It can be rough. It doesn't feel good to struggle with pain in your heart.
For example...
But with that in mind, how about the pain of a broken heart, then? After all, the kind of pain is only born because we fall in love, right? Do you have any thoughts on this kind of pain, Nakamura-kun? Well, that one seems necessary. True, it proves and validates the love that came before it. After all, a very fitting answer from you. Internal emotional pain can be different to deal with, though some say it's always coupled with other feelings. And I agree, of course. I think that's a fair assessment. Though, personally speaking, I think if pain can be avoided, it should be. Maybe it shouldn't exist at all. Wounds of the heart are much harder to detect, and in a way they're far more complex than physical injuries. That's why I'm doing this research, to save people who are suffering from internal pain they keep holding on to. You helped me realize that purpose again. Thank you. Did that help?
Correct.
Of course. Thanks to you, I can articulate my thoughts for once. I can sense Maruki's gratitude towards me. Rank 3. Chance to receive the effects of charge and concentrate at the start of battle. Ooh. Not bad. We haven't seen that yet, but charge and concentrate are abilities that double the damage from from your next physical and magical attack respectively. It is actually something I use extensively towards the end game.
All right.
Okay, I think that'll do for today.
Oh?
Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Oh, your mental training. Oh, no, I didn't forget about our promise, of course. I'll teach you tricks for mental discipline, and you help me with my research, just like we decided, right? Now then, how about something like this today? Thanks to Maruki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
All right.
Oh, and here, never a bad time for a snack, right?
Well, see you.
Okay, now we're ready to wrap things up. Oh, this is Maruki. Do you have time to talk right now? I'm taking a breather, just finished my last counseling session for the day, and I thought I'd thank you once again for your help earlier. Good work over there. Thanks. A lot of students came to talk today. Hopefully they got something out of it. But to be honest, it's pretty tough juggling this job and my research at the same time. And thanks again for agreeing to help me out. I might be looking to you for help more frequently from now on. It'd mean a lot if you could lend a hand. Alright, see you later.
Ah, you're back.
Hey, you didn't forget, did you? You know, about that flyer? We need to look into the truth behind that housekeeping service. I'm over at Central Street right now, so come talk to me if you're interested.
Looks like Mishima's waiting for us in Shibuya. Do you think we should go see him?
Yeah? I'll be there soon. KK, I'll be waiting. Oh, but don't flake out on me, okay? Please?
Hi.
Hey, do you remember that group a while back who were claiming to hack websites in the name of justice? I had pretty high hopes for them, but they turned out to be posers. Phantom Thieves are true heroes, though. I want to help out however I can. So, we're executing Operation Maidwatch tonight for sure, right? Hell yeah.
All right.
Sweet, I've been waiting for this. Wait, you already changed out of your uniform? I guess that's a pretty good idea. We're meeting over at Sakamoto's place, right? Let's stop by mine beforehand so I can change too. So we're really gonna do this, huh? You think it'll be okay? Operation Maidwatch, bro. Yeah, Operation Maidwatch.
Well,
turns out to be sketchy, we can just bail. The apartment's vacant, so it's not like we'll be messing with anyone's home. You're a genius, Ryuji, even though he's really not. Yeah, I know. Or, yeah, I know. To think, Sakamoto has a brain. But if that's the case, then... Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, give him a call. Go ahead, Mishima. Well, I guess he could do it too. Okay, go for it, Mishima.
Huh?
Me? I'm not good with that kind of stuff. Seriously, please, Nakamura. Thank you for calling. This is Victoria's Housekeeping. They answered.
Hey.
Shh. I take it you're interested in our services then? Services? Is there anyone particular you'd like to request?
Huh?
Anyone we want to request. What should we do, Jiru? No preference. Very well. Let's see here. We have a maid available in 20 minutes. May I ask for your address?
Whoa.
Shit, this is really happening. A maid services? Hey, what should we have her do? I was thinking we start with some cooking. Of course, I wouldn't mind some of the other services either. Should we hold a strategy meeting to discuss? They said 20 minutes, right? I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh.
It's almost time. You were in there for a while. Are you okay? Hey, did you wash your hands? Huh? What? Who? Me? You're really nervous. Are high school students even allowed to use this type of service? Huh?
What?
What do you mean, huh? You should have researched it. What if they find out who we are?
Wait.
How should I know? But why would how old you are matters when it comes to housekeeping? We would have been screwed if your number had shown up on their caller ID. Good evening, I'm from the housekeeping service.
Huh?
What? Already? She's 5 minutes early. What do we do? I'm not mentally prepared. Oh, the door's unlocked. May I come in? I can't do this. And my stomach's acting up, and my hands are all sweaty.
My bad, man.
Okay, you handle the rest, and don't let her find out you're a high school student. I've got your back, just from way back. Like, from the balcony.
What?
What? I can't do this either. Nakamura, we'll leave it to you. This was your idea, idiots. Yuji and Mishima fled to the balcony. Excuse me. Oh, there you are.
Welcome home, Master.
I'm going to fill your tired heart full of lovely energy. Meow. I'm Becky, and I have the pleasure of serving you today. Hello. Oh my, how thoughtless of me. I should explain our services to you, Master. What would you like me to do today? The basics include cooking, cleaning, laundry, but there are other services we provide if you desire. You look young, Master. Are you perhaps in high school? I'm in college. Wow, your skin's so healthy. You're not lying to me, are you? I'll wait to provide those other services until you've matured a bit, Master. So, I'll be going now.
Huh?
What? No! Quiet! Is someone there? Oh no. Shit! Run, Mishima! Mishima? Sakamoto-kun. And you? Did you request me specifically? Wait, are you? Oh no, it's alright. How would you know me? This is our first meeting. Yes, the first time ever, Master. Ugh, this is unbelievable. Yes, it's me, your homeroom teacher. I'm so done. I can't believe I got caught by some of my own students. I should have taken a job outside of the city, but I needed to be close to school so I could go there after I finished work.
Hey!
Who did you hear about this from? Oh, it was Miss Chono, wasn't it? That harpy. Miss Chono, the English teacher. She's been snooping on all the teachers ever since that incident with Mr. Kamoshida. Are you going to tell Miss Chuono about this? What do you mean? It doesn't seem like you're playing dumb. In any case, I'll get in big trouble if you tell on me. Hey, if you're going to side with a teacher, side with me. I'm in charge of your class, after all. And if you promise not to tell Miss Chono about this, I'll do anything for you. Anything?
Hey.
Hey, it won't be any better for you if people find out you called a maid service. This isn't even your home address to begin with, is it? I guess you at least thought about that. Well, I promised to keep this a secret too, so why don't we both forget this ever happened? I'll treat this as if you had cancelled, so you won't have to pay anything, okay? On that note, I'll be leaving. Don't say anything about this at school, okay? Just act as if nothing ever happened. Got it? Okay, bye. Suddenly feel exhausted. I want to go home. Oh yeah, the cleanup event is the day after tomorrow. My class has to go in the opposite direction of Inokashira Park. Kinda looking forward to it. That honor student is actually in my group. Huh? What is she, like your type or something? Either way, too bad. I hear honor students are exempt from the cleaning. Totally unfair, am I right? What? So am I alone on a team of upperclassmen then? This sucks. I want to just ditch now. One cleanup event isn't going to improve the school's image. What? She's exempt from the cleanup? How precious is this honor student? We have to go to Inokashira Park in our stupid gym clothes? She's not coming, right? I wish I could ditch this event too. We're meeting at Inokashira Park. I'd better remember that. Boy, it sucks being stuck inside this bag. I wish I could take Lady Ann out to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there was something going on with Kawakami, wasn't there? Something involving Chuono? I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe you should ask her about it. She's probably still at school, right? Let's go look for her. Yes, let's. She's actually at the faculty office. Miss Kawakami, I already know. Kawakami's being driven into a corner by Chuono. Let's talk to her so we can help her out. As I've been saying, get home safely, Nakamura-kun. Well then, I have another matter to attend to, so I have to excuse myself. No, we're not finished talking yet. But there's been a series of scandals on this campus. We're all being called into question. And yet you leave work earlier than anyone, and you barely make it to the faculty meetings. Explain yourself. Don't tell me you're out running around at night. Kawakami's being grilled by Chuono. She said she'd do anything if we helped her out, so let's clear up Chuono's suspicions. School's closing soon, Mr. Nakamura-kun. Head on home before it gets late. Or did you need something from Miss Kawakami? I have a question for her. What?
What?
You have another question. Another question? That's right. Nakamura-kun's questions are complicated, so I take time at night to help him. So you're giving individual lessons outside of school hours, hmm? What passion! You are the ideal teacher. A passionate teacher is exactly what we need at this school. I'm sorry for suspecting you. Well then, keep up the hard work, you two. She just kind of convinced herself. But that did clear up her suspicions, so thanks. Could you come with me for a bit? I can't talk about this at school. This is the address and phone number of my night job. I received Kawakami's phone number. Call at night and request me. Just be careful that it doesn't show up in your call history, though, okay?
Hey!
Yeah, you did it! No call history means a public telephone. Let's call from LeBlanc's yellow phone. Let's call Kawakami when you're free and invite her to meet you at your room.
Well...
Okay, I have to get going. Now then, when it comes to Kawakami, you're gonna need a lot of money to work on her confidant, cause every time you gotta call her in, it's gonna cost you $5 grand. Thankfully, we do have a bit of a nest egg built up. But, anyways, with that, we have come to an end to this episode of Persona 5 Royal. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications when I upload, and please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.